The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, guess what? You're here. So am I. Now, I'd like you to get a tablet and pen. I'm going to go through a lot of things today. My goal for me, and I'm Ray Reynolds, the godfather of credit. I built 60 billion of credit so far. This week alone, about 16 million. Would you like me to build some for you? Now, let's understand what about credit. Personal and business, we're going to talk about both. Now, this is live. If you have a question, just type it out, and I'll go over the question in front of everybody. So understand, what did I get to do for me? When I got to millionaire, it was nice. I was 14 and a half corporation. I got to 2.6 billion at 26. You might just want to listen how I got that $100 million building, that $1 million Lamborghini. We're gonna have some fun today. Now I'm gonna say no pictures or recording in the beginning. There will be a page or two that I want you to have your cell phone ready for. The goal is to put everything here. You see, it's a mindset. You know, I wish I had a magic wand. I wish I could go bing, 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 and it's all gone. Unfortunately, every one of you are different people. You have different kind of goals, but about 80% of the core is about the same thing. Now, understand for me, I've accomplished every goal I ever had, and I'd like you to do the same thing. That's me in 1981. Highest kick, fastest kick on planet Earth. So when I hear ding dong say white man can't jump, it don't make any sense to me. Now, I like goodies. Do you like goodies? And that's what I obtained. So the bottom line today, I want you to take your tablet and turn it this way, because we're going to talk about rebuilding you, the ultimate goal, rebuilding you. So let's understand, you just drew that diagram. Here's a corporation owning a corporation. Please write this down, kind of like a blueprint. My goal is to give you rules and tools to get you a $1 million dream. By the way, I'm going to guarantee it as well. So here's a corp again, owning a corporation is called a subsidiary. It's like the banks. What do? And their branch number. They bankrupt the location, wipe out the debt, which is the lease for 100 years, and take the money and walk away. That's what they do every day. What you do is you bring the pain home. And unfortunately, because no one taught you rules and tools. So today, what I'd like you to do is draw the other side of this as well. And I want you to have a corporation with the division of you. So write it down and give you 3 chances to try with no intent to do fraud. So if you'd like, I'd like to repackage you. I know you'll call one of my call centers, and that's great. We'll rebuild your credit, give you a bonus card, all kinds of things. You're part of the program. You go to class, you don't fall, and you what? Here's a corporation, a bunch of credit. Here's the problem. If I get you a 750 score, 100,000 of personal credit, and the corporation, a bunch of credit, now you're on your own. On your own, I'm sorry, most of you have failed 50 times. You've done it 50 times wrong, and you've been falling ducks and sheep. I'm going to basically help you get to this within 3 to 6 months at the most. But again, I need you to do some work on your part. So let's look at the banks as an example. All your banks have had to settle lawsuits and government, all kinds of crap in the last 6 months. Now, understand they filed bankruptcy. Like Bank of America, end of the year, be over 8,000 locations. Once again, what did they do? They bankrupted a branch, which is a subsidiary. They wiped out the debt, wrote off on their taxes. What did you do? He brought the pain home. The moment you jack up your credit, you dropped your score, you can't get any more, you backed yourself and your family in a corner. You even hawked your house. I'm going to call that silly and dumb because you never had to do it in the first place. We can look at Geico. We can look at cities. The United States of America Incorporated, 50 corps, 50 states and cities. Understand the system was actually for we the people, but unfortunately people didn't follow and pay attention. So they've been ducks and sheep. So your first goal for you today is to write it down. Stop bringing the pain home. It's easier said than done, okay? Once again, I don't have a magic wand, but I'll help you if you allow me to. But you got to be serious about this, okay? See, when you don't pay your creditor and you don't negotiate and they don't write it off, you're a damn crook. You should just go to prison or actually honor your debt, okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Some of you just want a magic friggin' wand. Doesn't exist. So understand, becoming a certified CFO, Chief Financial Officer, your mindset has to be different. I knew when I was eating out of a trash can when I was 3 years old on the Redondo Beach Pier that I'd be a millionaire someday. I didn't realize I'd do it by 14 and a half under a corporation structure, but that's what I did. So we're going to look behind that curtain every time. I want to give you rules and tools today. So I want you to write down Ray's rules and tools. I've done this for 49 years. I've been on radio and TV for that as well, workshops in person or online as well too. So you have the ability to listen, learn, and I can help you get to the American dream. So let's understand. My blueprint is called See It, Believe It, Go Get It. So I'd like you to write down see it, see what you want, believe, maybe pray, whatever you believe in, and then go get it, because that's what I've done for my life. I've actually created billions of dollars. Simple. So there's me. My assets are higher than a 6-foot locker. All right, I'm kicking out the light. That's 13 feet hitting my head right here, a big scar, blood everywhere. Okay, to understand something. So a white man can jump. But for me, I'd like you to reach your highest goal. Okay, maybe you want the $100 million building, the $1 million Lamborghini. Maybe you want the mansions in the harbor and all the goodies. And maybe you want the yachts as well, which I obtained. So your goal today is the diagram that I just put out in front of you. And if you could follow through, I'll guarantee to get you there. But I need you to turn these up and pay attention. So today, your question to yourself, and let's write it down. All right, do you want to have millionaire status? It's very simple. Do you want to be a millionaire? Okay, I did it at 14 and a half. So do you want it? I don't know why you didn't do it yourself. The answer is yes or no. If the answer is no, then I tell you to go away for 45 minutes and come back when I'm going through the analyzations. Because all you want to do is get a number and some credit and then screw it up again and again. You've all screwed up many, many times. You've had a family member, probably a friend, rip you off. You spent thousands, some didn't work. Let's give you the truth. It will set you free. The answer is yes, stay around for the whole presentation. But have that tablet and pen ready to go. I'm going to give you raise rules and tools to live by. Very simple. Now, rags to riches. I was born in a taxi. They didn't want me. I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she devil from hell. Now, this is just one of the mansions. Okay, 12-car garage, 21,000 square feet. The gas house was 5,000, 3 stories. So again, we had 3 pools. Okay, 1 in the big house and 2 in the backyard. Okay, 1 for the guests and 1 for the other one. Okay, so let's understand getting millions and billions. By the way, I'm the real deal you've been looking for all your life. Okay, you've always helped someone, wanted somebody to help you. If you allow me to, I'll do, and it'll be me. So understand. Take a picture right here. Here's the problem with some of you. You have backed up your credit and you're not winning the lottery and getting a raise. Now you're stuck. What the hell do you do when you're stuck? It sucks. You take a picture with your cell phone. You take this supply and you turn it into cash. Supply credit under the corporation, you don't have to have great credit at all, can get you about $51,000 of cash credit. You convert it and you go balance your debt over here. You have to repackage you. Now, if you have a collection item, let's understand something. There's 5 ways to kill a debt. 5 ways. If you have an IRS problem, again, you have to rebuild you. They have a form called 656. It is a 433A and B. So again, fixing the problem. That's what you have to understand. Now, when I was a little kid, they kept saying, put your ducks in a row. They couldn't answer the question. Now, years ago, in the 80s, I'm the guy that was training Ken Yarborough. Ken was actually security chief at TRW, and they became Experian in 96. I was his trainer. So let's understand what this means. I'm the one who created 29% rule. Let's write it down, 29% rule. Okay, understand. Credit Karma, I was suing them during the pandemic. They kept saying 42%. That's wrong. The way the system works, period, and I will debate this with anybody open forum in this planet. If you go about 29% below, you're in the green. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Every card you have in your personal wallet today, you need a sticky. You need to dummy proof this. We have to be on top of this. This means if I have a $10,000 card, I'm only allowed to use $2,900. If I go above that $2,900, my score is going to drop. When I get stuck, I can't get any more. So all cards but 2 fluctuate, which means they all go up and down based on utilization. I would like you to pay attention today. I will fight like you know what to get you 750, but I need you to help and understand and follow through on your part as well. So TRW, Thomas Raymond Warridge, Bicycle Parts, El Segundo, California, became TRW, became Experian in 96. I drew the first one of these a long time ago. How do you balance your debt? Good, fair, hell no. Again, all cards fluctuate but 2, and they can be maxed up to $1 million of credit. Now, I want you to write down Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax right now, and then Credit Karma. I want you later today to remove all your addresses completely, but the current one. I want all employment removed, period. You can call them on the phone, do whatever you need to do. But Credit Karma, you can't call because they have no phone number. They don't really care about you, in my opinion. So employment, okay? You're employed, that's it. They don't need to know where. All phone numbers have to be removed from everything on bureaus. That's how they connect the dots. Disconnecting the dots is what I need you to do. Now, today, we're going to think about what you do. Most of you, sorry to say, you've been having the same rerun all your life. You're doing the same thing again and again and again, and you're not doing it. You're treading water. You're not getting past go. Okay, you can't even start. The average person wastes $50 every other day. That's about $700 a month. What you waste in a given month, and you know you do, you could have spent $50,000 on a corporate credit card. Borrow money is not taxable. Corporate credits are write-off interest and credit card as well. $50,000 is $700. No, it's less than what you piss away. I would like you to learn how to get your American dream by financing under the corporation and the divisions. Because when you do this, what happens is very simple. You get to write it all off and you get to win. But most of you did, you took it from the family, like to start a business, which I call silly and dumb. Again, this is what we do. So we're going to plan the problem from now on. From now on, we plan the problem. We know we're going to have an shitty day. Someone's going to knock us down and try to rip us off. That's just life. Now, I'd like you to go to irs.gov, write it down. These are assignments you need to do. irs.gov, okay? I need you to basically set up an account to watch your tax returns. If you've not filed them, you have no intent to, then just go to prison like Wesley Snipes did, and $18 million out of his pocket for 3 years, okay? See, the bottom line is because you don't know the knowledge and no one's taught you anything what needs to be done, a corporation can be turned into an S Corp, LLC, or C Corp. That means you don't pay any tax up to 3 to 5 million anyway, almost no tax at all. So the ones who don't pay taxes, you don't pay that, stop. You're just hurting yourself, being stupid. When you're on the IRS website, there's other forms I want you to download and I'll give you later today. Now, a creditor is going to send you a form. Let's write down 4506T, 4506C. This is a form that the creditor wants to make sure you're not using a CPN, consumer private number, which is for government or witness protection. And they want to make sure they're not ripped off. So that's pretty important to do. So be prepared for the form. Next, we're going to focus on your future. Now, half of you have a corporation. That's great. Goody for you. You spend thousands to an attorney, CPA, and corporate service, and I don't think you learn diddly squat. And you act like you know everything, you don't. Okay? Now let's watch. A corporation, okay? I separated by books. There's $5 million in this book, okay? Then we get the next book, I have $62 million of cash credit, okay, to the corporations. Then I have my Dun & Bradstreet book. It's all color code. Got it? This is what I want you to be able to do. Then we're going to look at your personal credit, $100,000. Then we're going to turn around and set up divisions that have credit as well. Everything is color coded so you understand how it works. So let's go backwards a little bit. Here is a corporate law, public record. I'm not here to be CPA attorney, but it says a corporation is a legal person. One of my theses a long time ago was international constitutional law. So let's understand something. Supreme Court says a corporation is a legal person. All right, that's a legal person. We're a legal person of flesh. Ow, 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 ow. We can't write out diddly squat, and the corp gets to write away of almost everything it wants to do. So I'm going to circle this for you, okay? A corporation is a legal what? Person. Now, if you're happy just having a credit score and a credit card, that's fine. All right, the reality is you're just going to hurt yourself some more no matter what you do anyway, because you're playing the up and down show. Okay, a corporation is legal what? Now, I learned this when I was 7.5 years old, listening to a poker game at Mrs. Hope's house. And that's what they said, so I wrote it down. I was curious. I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department the next day. There's a library next door. Man, what does this mean? I want to know what it meant. I asked the grown-ups, so they couldn't explain it themselves. She walked away. She was mean. She was rude. Okay, like I'm bothering her. She's the librarian. That's her job. Okay, she came back 5 minutes later. Here's exactly what she said. Here's a microfist. Here's a buck. Who was I? Let's understand. I was looking for a blueprint. Okay. All right. Now I heard the word blueprint as a kid. All right, because when I lived in Delane Street, these wonderful people. All right, she was NASA certified engineer who wired Apollo 9, 11, and 13. She was brilliant. So what happened with this? I heard the word blueprint. I figured I'd go to the library and get a blueprint. Didn't exist. Now, I'm going to circle two things I want you to pay attention to. It says may sue or be sued. Do you see that right there? So let's understand something. I sent away $10. I'm selling seeds, mowing yards, clackers, and all kinds of stuff. I sent my $10 away. I mailed it away to the Secretary of State of California. My corporation came back because it cost $10. By the way, a corporation in all 50 states, they're all free. All you have to do is pay a filing fee. So if you spend thousands and got ripped off, you ought to be pissed off. Understand, Helping Hand Industries was my first corp. Back then, people got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit, and I got 100,000 to the corporation without doing anything. Freaked me out. It's like I'm 9.5 years old by that time. All right, now here's my next problem. Okay, I'm learning, going through the rabbit hole like you do. So what happened is I used the word Braille when I started the Orange County Blind Center, and I got named in a lawsuit. This proved to me when I was 12.5 years old, if a corporation is sued, they sue me, like they would sue you. And that's just the way it works. The word Braille belongs to Braille Institution. Isn't the goal never to bring the pain home? Now, the big lie that people tell you, okay, if you have a corporation, it's going to protect me, Ray. Oh, I call the call center. I don't have a corporate, got an LLC. That makes that person sound stupid. An LLC is a corporation, by the way. So let's understand something. The big lie is you think a corporation protects you. It does not. That was never its intent. It was to receive money and offset taxes to why a corporation was started in the first place. You pierce your own veil. The moment you sign for a car, sign a lease, or get a credit card, everyone who has a corporation on Secretary of State's website is your name. They sue that, then they sue you because you're the duck and the sheep. When you guarantee something on behalf of the corporation can file bankruptcy, yeah. Who signed the agreement? You did. If you would have listened to me the last 49 years, teaching and preaching, you would have found out a division of you could have signed everything you do. You allowed yourself to get hurt. Okay, the average person can spend $25 to protect their whole family and their lives in the forms they could file at county recorder's office in the state, and they would have a problem because they don't understand how to do it. They listen to those silly and stupid people, and I think they fall stupid. So I want you to write down 3 divisions of you. Write it down. I want you to learn that literally they're filed, published, and the IRS will literally, legally, all right, again, not here, CPA attorney, is give you an SS4. That's right, the SS4. So the ability to do this. So understand, the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. So I want you to plan, and plan A, never plan B. Plan B is for people who settle and losers. I'm one of the few. I'm not one of the many. Now, you have to be a CFO for personal and business. In other words, you have to be a responsible adult. You have to understand rules and tools. Now, I have classes every Friday and on Saturday all day, 6 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon live. I've done this for 49 years, in person or online. I got no BS to give you besides the truth. And there are free classes all through the week anyway. So you can learn rules and tools if you decide to. You can accomplish your goals and your goodies as well. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. But you have to get to know RayCredit.com and Ray Reynolds, which is me, the godfather of credit. My goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I think you're doing it wrong. I look at these 2 big windows here. You're wrong, I'm right. That's how I see it. Now, I'd like to take an hour with you on the phone with your partner of life. I'd like to dissect you, past, present, and future, good, bad, and ugly. Okay, any problem ever American Express or Chase because they never forgive you. Family, corporation divisions. We have to plan to live. We have to plan to die. So the irrevocable trust. Car is division. House is trust. And we're going to create auto income of $100,000 a month minimum. And we're going to use basically cash flow fee per time, which is my original series of books 49 years ago. Okay, yes, someone else tried to use it as well. So let's understand auto income, you and your partner of life on the phone with me for an hour so I can blueprint you. Now, I'm going to look at what I do for me. Boring and steady. So I do always boring and steady. Now, take a picture of this page. I've written books on laundromats, dry cleaning, car washes for 49 years, apartment complexes and all this stuff, created $2.2 billion in real estate, all kinds of fun stuff, okay, under corporate structure. I want to hold your hand, push you to get $100,000 a month, auto income. That should be your goal, by the way. From there, I'd like someone to drive you in your city today and look at all the things on the busy street every 6 miles and ask yourself, why don't you own these things? See, I need you to put yourself in check. Okay, you should own your neighborhood and you don't. Next, it's like properties. If you Google today, $100,000 brand new house, you'll find it in 15 different states. That's right. These houses are in auctions. We won an auction a week ago. It was $27,000, the bid, the minimum. We did the minimum, nobody else did a bid. It was a tax lien property. We won the bid. All right, it's only $46,000 to fix it up. We're going to use a corporate credit card. By the way, the property has been valued at $1.2 million. The opportunity is out there. You just got to find your nuggets. Apartment complex, same thing. You can find these things out there and learn how to play the game to win. Now, these are things that are going to be run by a real estate office. Auto income, you're just the bank and you're an investor. You are the investor. That's the goal. So I want you to listen and learn today. So let's understand this. Give you an example. Here's Glenn. I put Glenn on one of my info commercials and TV shows years ago. Glenn's wife left him when he lost his job. He lived in his car for 3 years, $1 million company, brand new house, brand new truck. Again, we had to rebuild Glenn. Freeway Ricky Dicky Ross, who was in prison for 26 years, got him $3 million. Very simple. Thomas was in prison for 26 years, and I got him building brand new dump trucks in a $5 million company in 6 weeks. Michael, God rest his soul. Arnold, all right, presidents, all right, we got Basic Costner, Giovanni for Pixar, college professor by Baylor University dedicates a book to me. From there, we have Steve from Gold's Gems. And what do we get? Superman Gold's Gems, Steve. From here, Kirk and Vane, God rest his soul. Then we have to look at her. I got her $1.2 million, and she's got her videos out there as well. I've been known as the incorporator for rich and famous people for 49 years. This is Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels as well. Now, I believe what you did, don't take offense to anything I say, I want to help you. What you did is you sit at the kitchen table with your family, your wife, and who you want to start a business with. That's what you did. Honey, we're going to start a business. Oh, goody. We're going to jack up our credit cards. We're going to drop the score and get stuck. We can't get any more. I'm going to bring the pain home to me and you and honk our house and be stupid. Well, that's what you did. I don't understand. Why would you do that when you never had to? I don't understand. Okay? You didn't learn to play the game to win. In my first series, it was winning the game of business. So I want you to focus on 100,000 of personal credit, 100,000 of business. So this is what I want you to think about. If I get you 100,000 of personal credit, 10 cards, 10,000 each, and you turn around and you listen very carefully, these don't fluctuate, all the other cards do. I can guarantee you, if you do exactly what I tell you to do, a 750 score, and it'll stay that the rest of your life using Ray's rules and tools. Corporate credit, 100,000, there's 10 applications. All right, and you do all 10, that's $1 million per entity. So again, understand how to play. The goal for me is to repackage you. That means today, I'm going to repackage your personal credit with you before you go to class and following you up. There are 3 Spark cards, 3 of them, to 160. That 160 times 9 divisions. I am D.R. Reynolds, who created division process in 85, 86. I invented it. It works. It's filed, published, and the IRS gives you a tax ID, separate credit reports. If we take and do, all right, B of A, Wells Fargo, Chase, we do the gold card. This is up to $5 million of corporate credit. It's all a write-off anyway. As long as you have no intent to do fraud, if you screw up, it's okay. Can you write it off? Just like the banks and groceries and cities do. At this time, I would want to hold your hand going to the bank. The bank is going to give you what I call checkbook money up to 150. This is usually up to 150, 150,000. All you have to have is a 2-year corporate, 2-year divisions. 3 of those at least. This would create up to $5.4 million of credit to finance the American dream. And these are my 5 favorite ones. I call it checkbook money. Again, divisions allow you to create a business plan of $1 million. The goal is to become a $1 million maker. And that's what I'm going to help you do as we play this game to win. Now, what the next thing we have to think about is how we're going to win the game. And we're going to leverage money. Please write down reference 3 times 5. I've taught all the rich and famous people on planet Earth for 49 years how to reference 3 times 5 and get more lines of credit. Business has to offset taxes, and that's the credit, what it does. The goal for here is, here's about $3 million of credit. What am I going to do? Borrow money is not taxable, and I'm going to buy my lifetime income. The lifetime income should be real estate or franchise. That's what it should be. Ran by a third party, you're just the investor. Got it? From there, as an example, a client 8 months ago, right now we're kind of watching and monitor him. I have thousands of testimonials and videos and all kinds of stuff. This client within 8 months has obtained $96,000 a month so far. His goal is $250,000. When I look at a goal, it's $100,000 a year, then it's a month, then it's a week, then it's per day. That's how I always motivate myself. You have a goal, and I'll help you go get it if you want. As we do this, it's probably your time. Now, if say you want $100,000 on personal credit or corporation, okay, what is our goal? It's 10%. That's 10 grand. Today, during this presentation only, you'll be able to call the office, and they will honor exactly what I'm giving you. It's a 50% discount. 10,000 of credit to you or the corporation, $49.99. If you're looking for 50, usually 5,000. All right, it's $29.99 today. If you're looking for 25,000, it's $24.99, and it is $14.99 today. That's if it was done today during the broadcast with me. Now, I want you to take a picture of this. Remember, your banks got together in July 6, 2022, got together to buy Zelle. Zelle is instant. So what happens is Zelle is like ray@racecredit.com, and then they Zelle, no problem. It's an instant transfer. Here's the phone number to the office. So during this presentation, you can call it and get anything offered today, and they'll honor 100%. If you use a credit card or debit card, we will charge you 5% more because the bank charges that to us. 800-254-9506. Always have the number, so you can always call us if you need any help on anything else. Now, if you let me add you to my credit system, I'll show you how to obtain that $8 million mansion and other ones on all 5 islands in Huntington Harbor. But again, I need you to listen and learn. As we play, I want you to focus on a piece of paper. 2025 is your year. If you don't understand, 2025 is the best time of your whole life, then next year will be the best positive year you had in your life. 5 goes into 25 5 times. How many times it goes into 2,000? And then from there for every 100. See, you got to realize this. It is your time to get the American dream. Here's our problem, a little bit concerned. We're getting older, slower, we're not as pretty as we used to be. You're running out of time. Simple. What happens is a corporation, to get a line of credit at the bank, needs to be 2 years old. So do the divisions. So corporation, 2 years. We, the people, have to be 18 to 28 years old. We have 10 days left. In the next 10 working days, if you're not incorporating person, business, or divisions, you're kind of blowing it. But that's just giving you the truth. It is up to you. So you have 10 working days left. That's it. And it's over. We will be in 2025. So becoming a certified CFO, that's what we taught at the Reynolds University all the time. Our goal was $1 million a year, then a month, then a week, then per day. And we accomplished all that as well. So the goal is simple and you. I was at the Bonavitch in Los Angeles for 32 years. Every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. I sold my Millionaires Founders Kit for $5,000 a set. It is 12 books and CDs, how to build step-by-step the $1 million corporation. Today, it is not $5,000. Today, the office will sell it to $999. There you go. If you did it during a broadcast with me, it's half price, $499. Now, when I created $2.2 billion in real estate, I created a financial system in real estate. I am the guy who created Homestead Blocker, UCC, Chattel Mortgage. Financial series, Be the Bank, Buckets of Money, Tax Balancing. Office sells it for basically $19.99. I always give it away for $9.99 for both of those series. Okay, it's up to you if you want it now or later at a higher price. Now, classes. I have done a level 1, level 2, level 3 in specialty and set up all the stuff, all the other classes for 49 years, online or in person. So you have the ability if you want to get classes next year for 90 days. We charge $2,600 for every 90 days. okay, of classes. From there, if you wanted the first 90 days today at a discount, it is $19.99 by Zell. Now let's talk about specialty. Stock kit, real estate, nonprofit, tax balancing, leveraging money, Dun & Bradstreet, divisions, and daisy chaining. I now have 10 specialty classes in rotation. All right, the class on Saturday this week is nonprofit. Okay, it's every 8 weeks. It's my last nonprofit class I'll do this year. So let's look at nonprofit and profit corporation in conjunction. They're going to give away $10 billion, all right, starting January, all right, to a nonprofit with exemption. And an exemption can cost you up to $15,000. You go to class, I'll teach you how to do this as a bonus. You can download it 1023, so write it down, irs.gov 1023. That's how you get a 501c3 exemption for public benefit. As we do this, that class repeats every 8 weeks. If you needed a nonprofit today, I'd put it together for you. The articles also says tax ID in 3 divisions, and then a nonprofit workshop to help you get the exemption. You'd save over $15,000. If it was done today, it's normally from me, $24.99. Office is $39.99. Today, it's discounted to $19.99 with the divisions. All right, every one of you should get one of these so you're in the class tomorrow and ready to go into nonprofit and get grant money right away. Here's your Zell once again. As we do this, keep in mind, I'm going to show you goodies I've obtained because you can do it yourself as well. So here's some goodies. I think you're stuck, and I want to get you past go. So you can have the American dream. The American dream in the beginning is living on the hill, drive the car of your dreams. If they sue you, they get diddly squat. Now, I'm going to analyze every one of you. I've done this for 50 million people so far. I can guarantee you 750 if you go to class and follow through and do what you're told. Again, that's all you have to do is follow through. So again, I'm going to analyze you, and you have it on Friday and Saturday. Okay, you're stuck with me every step of the way. I'm going to guarantee what I say in writing to you. Red ink, very simple, big and bold. You have to be part of the program. This means there's only 2 things you cannot do. You cannot jack up credit cards and apply for credit during the program. You're in a rapid refresh. If you crash it, you screw it up, you bring the pain back, and you start over. What I do for clients is you pay the fee to start it again because they give you the first one for free, or basically have to close your case. So in other words, if you screw up, you own the screw up. Is that fair? So again, we write down today's date, and we're going to go after 90 working days and keep accomplishing goals. We're not going to think about it. We're going to actually do it. And that's what's important. From there, there's what happened to me in 2009. I'm worth $3.7 billion through corporate structure. I get basically, we take out one of my 3 yachts in the backyard, a group of people. And the next day I'm going to come and I get to hear my tax attorney trick my wife to sign a POA and steal $3.7 billion. My life was stolen. Okay. From there, I get to hear the nurse ask my wife if I was a donor. They're going to take out my heart and take it away. I was given a choice to stay in peace or go back, and I said go back. So we're going to take away all excuses, because if I can get there, so can you. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11.5 years old with a lot of lousy people. I've been shot, I've been knifed, and I get to all of it because I have faith and persistence. So you fight through the pain. Now, my first coma for me was 5.5 when I used my face as the brake down Delane Street in Torrance. But again, Jesus said, walk, I walked. Last time they were working on me, and I eventually died at 5:41 on July 5th, and I came back. So the choice is simple. I'm going to call this my biggest oh shit day. I'm sorry, because when things go wrong, we always go, oh shit. So that's me, July 5th. Okay? All right, someone text over said, don't, take over from boats and fireworks. So God's gift, all right, the mansion in the harbor. Owning properties in all 5 islands is good through the corporate structure, but again, I needed the largest U-dock. When you have 3 yachts, 2 race boats, Duffy and Sea-Doos, you want to put them in your backyard. That's what I did. Again, to go to Captain Jack's on Friday or Saturday with my beautiful CFO, my wife. So $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini. I like Lamborghinis. Now, here's some work for you. Please write down, and I want you to write the steps in order. I'd like you to change your driver's license, registration, insurance. You get pulled over a police officer, or you get in a bumpity bump, you're giving a stranger where you live. I call that stupid. You're not stupid. You're doing stupid. P.O. Box, Mailing Address, Privacy Act. Now, I like the goodies, and I want you to get your own goodies as well. There's me again, hitting my head, kicking the light. That's 13 feet. All of a sudden, the Guinness Book of Records gentleman comes in, and he's a loudmouth, and he says, "Where's the wires? It's not possible." Reality is, I kicked out the lights that night. He ran out like a little girl. Came back and said, "This building is aluminum. There's no wires." No blank, Sherlock. The lights are only 13 feet. So you can accomplish your goal and all the BS around you. And understand something. All I did is jumped up to kick and step. The one before that, guess what? I took 2 steps to jump that high. I didn't have to run like 10 feet and all that crap. Real stuff. Now, we did some research after coma. Realized that my grandfather was Richard Bishop. He did win the Olympics in 1932 in gymnastics in Los Angeles. Coach Bishop, Roosevelt High, made a movie after him. To me, he didn't care, but he also looks like Al Capone. So the word no does not mean no. You accepted it, and most of the time you knew it was not true. So, but you followed through with it, and you just accepted it. Plan the problem from now on, and what we're going to do. Let's get a hold of Credit Karma. They were bought out by Intuit, December 3rd, 2020. Credit Karma has no phone number to help you. My new dashboards will be 24-hour service. All right, helping people for free as well, and all the things we offer. We're going to really help the people, not just get clickety-click and steal money. So LifeLock, I'd tell you to be careful. Why? Because they were indicted 6 times. Last indictment is $100 million. So please just be careful. Credit repair, I'm sorry. I don't have a magic wand. Mine's broken. It's a bunch of BS. Certain things I teach on TikTok, there's some big problems with those things about inquiries. They'll close your case, not late. They'll close your case. So they're just making a bigger mess. So FTC, Federal Trade Commission, says credit repairs are fraud. They can't collect money up front. My thing is to put you in classes, rules, and tools, and basically part of this work with you, but you're paying for classes and rapid and structure. The rest is a bonus for you. Credit rebuilding, all right, from there, Organization Act. I'd like you to write down the word section 611. This is what you will Google, and it'll come up and tell you exactly what you can do for yourself. Now, the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, all right, literally indicted Daniel, the credit repair cloud, because it's a bunch of BS. And on top of that, all they did is copy my stuff on my books anyway and say they're going to teach people to do credit repair as a business. Well, that $3 million will probably put him in prison. And the little guy with the big fat face on TikTok going, blah, 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 all right, he's probably going to be next. So let's remember, if you have a collection account and they have not charged it off, you got to man up and woman up and negotiate the debt. You can't just rip off your creditor. I don't understand why you think you could or should. Okay, the honorable thing is to honor your debts. Plan the problem, safety credit, line of defense. Write down line of defense. So years and years ago in the 80s, I created this. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. Remember, all cards fluctuate but 2. And I need you to understand rules and tools. Very crucial, all right, as we play this game to win, is to never bring the pain home again. So let's understand today. All cards what? Fluctuate based on utilization, 29% below. You have an oh shit day, sorry to say it that way, but it's true. You lose your job or something happens, you don't use these cards ever past 29%. These are the cards you can use and abuse as long as you maintain a payment. And they don't fluctuate at all, up to $1 million. So the goal would be knowing rules and tools and never bringing the damn pain home. Got it so far? So again, we're going to call it raise rules and tools. We're going to get you to where you want to be. That's the goal, 750 score. As we do this, I want to personally analyze you. That means I'm going to personally analyze your case. On my desk, I have cases, and I do calls every day to people. Okay, this is Mike that's got over $1 million reference of credit. Okay, an analyzation sheet looks like this. Okay, it looks like this from here. I've analyzed him 47 times. All right, I know more about Mike than he knows about himself. That is the goal in my coaching programs, to keep building in millions and millions of dollars and through the divisions auto income. The goal is a rapid refresh. 43 years ago, Harold Stokes and Ken Yarbrough and I came up with the concept of rapid score, rapid refresh, and I created those for mortgage and for you. So this was a 510, now it's a 757. Again, that's what we do for people every day. Still got to be part of the program. Here's where we have a 651. We have no green lights, possibilities. Look at the bottom here. To be analyzed, you have what on the bottom would be green lights, possibilities of getting something. All right, they have no green lights. Rapid push into 750, created green lights, and I literally built them $1 million of credit. Now, here's a couple, nice couple. They went to a bankruptcy attorney. They asked him questions, and he sold them a bankruptcy they did not need. He lied to them. So let's understand bankrupt right here. It's right there, chapter 7. Okay. And this basically bothers me about TikTok a little bit more and Google and YouTube. You get ding dong saying you need a secure credit card. That's a lie. It's a flat out lie. A secure credit, and they're all showing Capital One. That's an inquiry. So you're dropping the score, hurting your score versus going up. If you ever need a secure credit card, it is Open Sky. There's no inquiry. OpenSky.com. You would put $250 there, spend $25, and that's it. But here to prove my point, they filed bankruptcy. I still got them 500 unsecured. I'm an affiliate. That means affiliate 119 creditors. I say there's only 10 great ones anyway. The rest suck, in my opinion. So again, I can get someone's credit file started or actually completed. Here's what happens. I'm going to be out there, and it's going to be free download for everyone in high school and going to college. I'm going to set up their credit file for free. I'm going to give them their first credit card and a download of Raise Rules and Tools, free. The next generation is not going to make the same mistake that you made. They're going to know the rules and tools up front, and that's the key to it all. Here's $3,000 to balance their debt, even they're late on their damn car payment. Raise rules. So a rapid refresh, write it down, can block crap, push scores up. They did what I told them to do, and 3 days later, here's 96 points. If you wanted to go up, from here, all rapids are 750 and above, as long as you do what you're asked to do. In other words, I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to make it work every step of the way. I'm going to allow excuses, and I'm not going to give you any ever. Your goal would be to get a rapid rescore today. Go to class Friday or Saturday or both, and your goal should be 750. You're part of the program. We're going to guide you and help you every step of the way. Now, $9.99 is what we normally charge for this. But what happens is I give you $1,000 card back. I always want to reimburse you whatever you spend on one of my programs, all right, per personal business credit, even up to 10 times the money. I want you to know it's better than being in Vegas. During this presentation, that price will be $499, and the card will be $500. Using Raise Rules and Tools, we can get to $750. If you have a corporation and you don't have $3 million of cash credit, let me build it for you. If you don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee, and I'll guide you every step of the way. Still rebuilding you, level 1, and setup all the time. From here, it's $9.99. It's $1,000. You get $5,000 credit back. 5 times your money back to you. $24.99 because you want $25,000. Still 5 times back to you. What is the goal? You're stuck with me. I'm going to analyze you personally. I'm going to add history, and I'm going to be the one popping your credit for you. I don't have excuses, and I'm not going to accept yours as well. We're going to repackage you, and that is a Zelle price with bonus credit. If it was done, if not, use Zelle now. From there, you can call the office immediately and talk to a specialist at 800-254-9506. Remember, if you use a card, debit card, they're going to charge you 5% more. All right, now I need you to do some work. I told you have to be part of this program. I want you to write down a phone number. You ready? 888-567-8688. I would like you to call that later today. They sell the voting list 412 times a year. All right, you got a cable bill corporation. You're the one who added robocalls and junk mail to you. It's your fault. Fix it. Call the number later today. Opt out 5 years or a lifetime. That should be your goal. Phone number is right in front of you because you didn't write it down when I said it. Well, let's do it now. Now, you at 14 to 16 were told you'll get an SSN, Social Security number, for a job. That was connected 1040 tax return. Because you didn't pay attention, or it should have triggered your brain, it is an SS5 form. That's right there. That's IRS, by the way. So if we take the SS4, IRS again, and we understand a corporation's a legal what? And divisions 2, you look at line 1, it says legal name of entity, individual person. The only form I can find that IRS ever created for banking and credit purposes. Your Social Security card, using for ID purposes, you're breaking federal law. Congratulations. It's public record. So the entity, you should have 3 divisions of you, by the way. That's the ultimate goal. So remember, this form, IRS, done correctly, knows how to do banking and credit service, banking and what? Banking services separate. So we can have multiple credit reports. No entity getting screwed up. If it does, we keep the other pieces. So understand, I had $53 million of credit cards in the 80s, part of the 90s, and they're shrinking my limits. It's like, shit, no. Been building that since I was 9.5 for helping him, all the corporations. So I did my research like I always do. C191D allows me to loan money privately. This is where I invented cash flow for you per time. So I basically loan out to credit, and I made it grow versus shrink. And what do? Division process. They worked hand in hand. Buckets of money. In that book, Buckets of Money, you will see a matrix, how I loaned $4.6 million out to different people. Literally 18 months it took, 41 divisions in 1998. The income per month was $190,000 a month. Credit became a tool of making an income. So basically, it was very simple. Cash flow for you per time. The assets behind that were $1.1 billion. We turned those into notes. So we created another $1 billion of money. That's the goal. So I want you to write down buckets of money, and I'm going to help you get there as well. So if you don't have a corp, we'll hand you one for free. You pay your filing fee. You have one. All right, I will build the credit to that as well as we play this game. Stop bringing the pain home. Put your ducks in a row. Let me repackage you. The goal is to repackage you kind of like Humpty Dumpty. And that's what we want to do. But again, I need you to listen and follow through. All right, what's a corporation again? Legal person. May sue or be sued. What did we look at? What we drew earlier. Corporation, owning corps called subsidiary, branch numbers of banks, bankrupting pieces, write off on their taxes, and take all the money and walk away. Corporation, 3 divisions of you. The ability to never bring the pain home. See, as a kid, being used and abused sucks. I want it out of hell. So I'm not going to bring the pain home like you. This man is not being a man. He's basically, this is ridiculous. I'm sorry. He needs to man up. He needs to drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, garage sale, whatever the hell he has to do, and go to the church for the food. They'll hand it to him. Because this is BS. All right, let me tell you something. When you come out of a coma and they stole 3.7 billion of your life, and you and your wife and kids are homeless, what do? I had my 3 divisions of me, my 5 closet divisions. I built literally $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. There's no BS to give you besides the truth. I bought my wife her next dream house. Okay? Happy wife, happy life. So no more BS with you. Let's understand we're going to go get the accomplish the American dream. So here's a $500 million of goodies for you. Would you like to play yet? All you have to do is listen and follow through. From here, you see 2 cars, 2 buildings. I see 1,013 divisions. You do things the wrong way. I don't like what you do. When you buy a car, you let them sweat you for 5 hours. That's ridiculous. When you sign that application to run your credit, next your signature, you're supposed to write down this allows 1 inquiry and take a picture. You signed the damn form to pull your credit. You're in charge. Be in charge. Damn it. It's ridiculous. Stop bringing the pain home. A car is fleet price tax ID division. Write it down. That's what it is. As we do this, house and car. I'm sorry, but husband and wife signing for a house alone, that's called dumb. They both have what? The loan to mortgage on their credit reports. He screws up, she screwed up, she screwed up, he screwed up. No, the house should have been bought through a trust in the first place, or married person separate property. Car should never be yours. It should be a division. See, the problem with a house and a car, they're a fixed asset. All right, they don't make your credit go up and down at all. They make it go down if you screw them up. When you screw up house and car, the creditor is entitled to give it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you have double shitty credit. Sorry, but it's true. So when we look at a Lamborghini, it was bought through a division, guaranteed by division. Lease of a building, division signed it and guaranteed it. Piece of property, SS4. And understand under the Fair Lending Act, there's 12 acts to look at. Research them all. One card become 99 more. You're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a raise. Here's a way you can write it all off and get the American dream. So understand, number one, corporate credit's a write-off. Okay, it's free money, you maintain payment. You don't steal from the family ever again. Divisions allow you to create a line of defense and you build your legacy. That's what you should have been doing all along. Okay, but again, I gotta get you to follow through. A division. I invented division process 85, 86. My dashboards I set up in the 80s for Ken Yarborough, TRW and Asperian, very simple. All right, as long as I have a name, I can create a division under the corporation. I don't need tax ID until I daisy chain the credit. So understand, when I daisy chain credit, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate any division under the corporate umbrella like banks, grocery stores, and cities do. Again, eventually getting you the tax ID. So I want you to focus today, and I wanted to give you an outline of here's a division, it's $4.99. 3 with 10,000 credit, $14.99. Again, what you want, no credit, $9.99. 9 divisions, $29.99, 25,000 credit, no credit, 19. 12 divisions, 39, 75,000 of credit, and then no credit, $29.99. Did you take your picture? This is what you should do. Today, if you do it right away by Zelle, or call the office, I will double the numbers. You'll get 6 instead of 3. You'll get 18 versus 9, and you'll get 21. All right, basically versus 12, 22. I'm sorry. Okay, that's the ultimate goal. That's 24. All right. So it is a Zelle payment or call the office, but it's only during this broadcast. 12 becomes 24, 9 becomes 18, 3 becomes 6. So don't forget specialty classes. The most important thing is the filing date. Listen very carefully. We were born to birth date. A corporation is born, so is a division. By the way, that date it was filed is its birth date. So what I need you to do is help us help you. Every one of you need to call the office on Monday after 10 o'clock. Every day I have a class and I have a meeting in the morning called Setting the Tone for the day. If you have Capital One credit card, personal, I don't know what type it is. I need you to tell us and call your specialist or call the office. Is it a Venture 1, Quicksilver 1, or Platinum? So you need to be responsible to let us know what it is, and that's pretty important. Now, if you ever mess up Chase or American Express, I don't forgive you. Unless you have a division of you, you're never getting another one at all, ever. So here's Chase saying you're not using the credit we gave you. Why would we give you more? Again, they'll tell you that as well, balancing the knowledge. A dashboard. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. I only like 10 creditors. Trade lines are fraud. Authorized users are in the way. So we're going to talk about removing those as well. Very crucial. What does Rapid do? Block credit, push your score up, and away. That's the goal. If you do what you're told, what is your score going to be? 750, if not more. Again, it's Zelle. If you need a Rapid today, it's $4.99. So guess what? There's that phone number again. So I'm going to tell you the truth. It'll be up to you to follow through. You're not going to always like the truth, but it is the truth. If you're in a credit rebuilding program right now, I would tell you to talk to your specialist or Zelle $4.99 today. All pricing changes on Monday for the new year anyway. So Monday it's all changing. $4.99, we will actually add a corporation to your program. Tax ID, you pay the filing fee. We will put you in level 1 in setup on Saturday. We will hand you $5,000 in cash credit. All we need you to do is follow through and not violate. Got it? That is a $499 to get you up to $5,000 more. So it is a corporation, it's a legal person. If we're backed in a corner, what do? We take a picture, we take supply and turn it into cash. We can balance our debt now. The goal is, because we don't feel we're winning the lottery or getting a raise. What does the SS4 say? Legal name of entity or individual person. You should have 3 in your name, by the way. 3 chances to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. You're not trying, you might as well be dead. Banking and credit purposes right on the form per entity. That's the way it should have been done since day one, by the way. Learning raise rules and tools. I'm going to build your cash reports, tax ID, under Business Experian, Business TransUnion, Business Equifax, if you allow me to. When you sign for a building, car, apartment complex, storage unit, you signed it personally. The moment you do that, you're a duck and a sheep. Now here is 4746. Excuse me, 5746. So we're going to basically go through these one by one. So if you're 5746 today, let's look at this. All right, Mahisha is your specialist. You want to be rebuilt. You get a bonus card, $500 because you paid in full. No problem. Okay, you have Chime and kickoff and all those silly things. All right, literally came out of my boot camp in 2008. You really don't need Chime, but you don't have anything. Okay, you have a collection for 567. Down the road, if it doesn't charge off after this year, I'd tell you to negotiate a couple bucks. All right, so let's watch what's happening here. You're in a rapid rescore till 3/7/2025. You have no green lights. Okay, rapid started to push you up. What happened from here? We have this collection that just showed up on 11/26. So here's no credit, no balance with collection, and you're at 685. Okay, getting you a card for 500 will be pretty easy. If that's all you want from us, okay, we'll get it. We'll be done. That's it. If you learn to repackage yourself, corporate divisions, you won't bring the pain home again. Most of you brought the pain home 50 times so far. Our question will be, any problem, American Express and Chase, so you'll need to tell us on Monday. Give us a call. From there, we'll pop a card. Okay, and it's a rebuild. I would suggest this person, because they only have one little city negative, I could build them 100,000 in 60 days if that's what they want to the corporation. So I would say let us rebuild you, but it's up to you. That is 5746. Here's 5742. Here we have Alex, it's a specialist, $500 card. That means you paid in full, you get a bonus card. You didn't pay in full and you have payments, we don't give bonus card. So here we have collections. Here's 14,000, okay? But all these other cards are kind of jacked up. I would tell you to look at the cards. We asked the question, you ever screwed American Express or Chase? Here you have American Express. All right, and I'm trying to see you don't have a Chase. Okay, you don't see a Chase there. Let us know if you have a problem with Chase ever. You have Old Navy. That's a store. It's a secure card anyway. And then from there, we have to learn how to do this. And you have a self-ink card. Again, that's your own money in most cases. It came out of my boot camp. Here's a person. If we balance the debt, go after the collection account as well, and work it, they would not be in a orange, which is red. In other words, their score is dropping. It's dropping because what's happening, this is hit their file on 5/31. You got to balance this debt. Again, probably this year they're going to charge it off anyway. We'll see. But again, if you balance this, I can push you to 750, and I can probably give you $100,000 of credit in 60 days. But again, I need you to follow through a little bit on your part. And that's important to all of us as we do all these things. Very crucial to follow through. So here we have 5212. 5212, Brandon is your specialist. Okay, it was going up, now it's going down. We're going to ski down that one. Your rapid ended 11.6. I would suggest a new rapid rescore. You started at 752, 751, 225. So let's understand what we have here. Come back here. All right, the system's going a little crazy. It's all right, we'll get there. All right, so let's blow this up a little bit. Here we have All right, Brandon, again, we have Navy. Navy, thank you for your service, or whoever gave you the access code. My Navy, because I was in a government program. Navy is great. Do never script Navy, please. You got a new card for 500 bucks. It might even be secure. That kind of sucks. Okay, Navy $1,500 card. Navy, when I position somebody, usually get 30,000 on personal loan and cards up to $20,000 to $50,000. Again, we have this card here. Then you got USAA 75,000, 7,500, and 15,000. So here we got some things. Now understand, this means you signed up in 424. You wanted 225. I'm positioning you, getting you credit. So far, I got you American Express Platinum, 100,000. Got you a Sapphire, 11,500. Got another one. All right, got this one. Got an ink card for 7,500 and another platinum card. Depending, you got to tell us what happened with that card. So roughly, we got about 300,000 in credit so far. You have no green lights. And this gentleman this is for his son. His credit file, we have to rebuild him as well, because I unfortunately I have a problem. I have total recall on most things in an IQ of 203. And I talk with both hands and rhyme at the same time. So what happens, I remember case files. That's why I don't let people down. I remember almost everything about you and then some. So here, if they would balance their debt, but they're not using any cards, there's no balances. They would want to put balances on these cards now, okay? And then we got to figure out what happened to the other cards, like Navy. Navy 500, where's Navy 7,500? Okay, it was just done. Where's it at? So this is where you need to give status to your specialist on Monday, so we know what needs to be done, how we position you. Okay, from there, you did some other inquiries on your own, which means you probably crashed your rapid rescore and you violated the program. Please don't violate the program. That is 5212. 5212. Here's 5640. Here we have a millionaire in the making. If you see MIN, it's a millionaire in the making. $5,000 card, Brandon Specialist. No inquiries, please keep it that way. Luckily, these aren't big. You have no credit at all. You have no green lights. You do have rapid till 3/31/2025. So what happens is we can go around this stuff. There are little limits anyway. All right, we do want to know if you ever mess up, American Express or Chase. No credit. I can probably get you a starter card. Listen to the rules, please. If you have no credit, I have to give you 3 starter cards. They're $300 to $500. Okay, you have all these collections you got to get around. Then the next card is 3,000, 5,000, if not more. You're looking for 5 anyway. So again, talk to Brandon on Specialist on Monday. All right, remember after 10 o'clock, because we have our meeting called Setting the Tone. Very important. Here's 5741. 5741. Priscilla's your specialist. You rebuilt your 681 and a 679. Here we have inquiry to get an auto car. Okay. Hopefully you did this before the rapid started, or you had to stop and start it. If not, you would have crashed it and screwed it up. Let's see what happens. All right, you were basically as in no rapid, it says no. So we're building you up and it drops. Okay, we got to double check rapid rescore. Looks like you're in it. There's 39 points here. And what do we get over here? Again, you have green lights. So this is, we can probably get credit right away. But again, Priscilla's your specialist. Do you get a bonus card or not? I don't know, because it doesn't say it here. We'll double check. All of these should have balances on it. I can push this person up to 720, which gets you American Express and some Chase. We're probably American Express now. But why the inquiry? Don't know. We'll have to ask that question as well. Because in most cases, that's a violation. We got to make sure we're on the same page, but we don't screw this up. Here's 5735, 5735. Okay, Alex is your specialist. No inquiry, please keep it that way. You hurt Navy. Why would you hurt Navy? Oh, yeah. Well, that sucks. Navy's a good company. So we basically took money from Navy. They got screwed up. These are collections. Most of these things, if not all of them, will probably charge off the end of this year. We'll basically start the dispute process where you go to class and learn more. I'm hoping you want us to build you up to $1 million of credit and you'll follow through. The B of A is $500, 80%. Terminated account, you don't need the terminated account, by the way. So we'll remove this by a phone call, balance this. Let's go around it. Let's put you a 600 score. Let's build you some more credit and then solve the problem over here. There's your score going up, up and away. There's your rapid rescore. Okay, I like when it goes straight up. Right now, I'm concerned, all right, these all hitting you, it could have crashed your rapid at one time. We'll double check that for you as well. Alex is your specialist again. Be able to call him on Monday after 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So there's the ultimate goal. Here it's 57.31. You notice it's going up. Now it's dropping a little bit, lost 8 points. Gaining 5 points. Okay. Alex Specialist, you started in the same scores. You just signed up 10.21. But then you did 2.5 inquiries. What I notice people do a lot of times, because I go over the Navy and other things on webinars, they just jump the gun and do it on their own. If you're not lined up, you're probably going to get a no. And that's why it usually happens like this person here. Authorized user, term accounts you don't need. You can balance this debt if you choose to, but it's up to you. From the American Express or Chase, you have no green lights currently, which means we need a rapid rescore in place. All right, these probably would have crashed it, so we'll double check it. So that way we know exactly on Monday as well. So again, you can basically 57.31, reach out to Alex on Monday after the meeting called Setting the Tone, about 10 o'clock. That's 57.31. Here's 57.34. All right, Alex Specials again. Hasn't won anything different, so it's same score. And you started here, and all these are collection accounts. Lucky they're not really huge, but again, you have First Premier and Mercury. All right, again, I don't know what happened. Late payments kill your credit score. So keep in mind, try to be on time. Okay. And then from here, we have zero balance on the Capital One. I would suggest put a balance here, a little one. All right, let me get to the rapid rescore. Let's push you up, up, and away. But that's Alex and you working on this. See, what we have to do is understand, we have to work the case file. All right, there's just no, we're going to dispute this and that. No, we don't live off on disputes only. It's verification process. So again, that is number 5734. Here's 5733, kind of like the up and down show here. Okay, what are we doing here? Brandy's your specialist. She is the floor supervisor, and you're in the 500s. And then you decide to do 2.5 inquiries. Okay, and we got a couple of new accounts. Don't know why. These are in collections here, and we have these new ones. Okay, Chase is never going to give you a Chase card when you're in collections. And when you're out of 720, what are you doing this for? You're at 500. I understand why would we do this. Okay, so again, we have to dissect this and balance these as well. Keep in mind that's the ultimate goal. What I'd tell you on that basic credit one, they offer an offers on their dashboard. Change your income, use different projection. It'll trigger them to invite you to increase your limits. First Premier, it's actually on the dashboard as well. So this can actually rebuild this and balance the debt, help you get you the 750 score. That would be the ultimate goal. Here's 5732. We have a collection here. Oh, it's an inquiry here. And we have collection. So we have the balance of debt. Okay. Mahisha is your specialist. You want 10,000. You're a rebuild. No problem. Come back here. All right. As we blow this up a little bit more. So here's number 8%. Now it needs 25. You don't really need this, but you have it. So it's up to you. These are Chase cards. So they're really yours. They can help you balance your score if they are. And there's collection accounts as well. So it's really, this is going to take 6 months to clean this mess up. But you could actually have us push the score up away, get credit right away, and use that to balance your debt. But it's up to you. That is basically 5732. Any Primary Express or Chase, we need to know. You do have a couple green lights. And then this is the up and down show. So I would quit doing that a little bit. And let's get past go for you as well. But again, we have to rebuild you and communicate with you on Monday. Here's 5720. All right, Alex, your specialist again. You want 25,000 of credit and divisions. Okay, no problem. You have no inquiries. Keep it that way, please. Everything's zero balance. Remember, zeros don't help you, but most of it's not yours anyway. So here you have all these green lights. Let's understand something. Discover's yours, put 25% on it. Here we have basically FNB, Omaha, put a balance on this, and then the bottom one, Capital One, a little balance. All the terminated accounts you can call on the phone, they'll remove it now. They're not helping you, they're in your way. Please remove them, but that'll be up to you as well. So again, that is number 5720, 5720. Once again, if you're backed in the corner with your debt, corporation, literally supply, turning into cash, and about up to $51,000. That can help you rebalance your debt. That would be the solution for problem 2. Remember, S is force is legal name of entity or individual person. We dissect the form and we realize we're building a cash credit report under tax ID. Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. That should be the ultimate goal. If you're in a credit rebuilding now, if you want to upgrade, it's $499 today. Corporation, tax ID. All right. From there, go to level 1 in setup. We build you up to $5,000 of credit. And what do you get to do? Write it all off as we rebuild you. Corporation and division process. Remember, when you sign for building, car, apartment complex, storage unit, what's going to happen? You pierce your own veil. Here's 4169. 4169. To rebuild, Jake's your specialist. You just signed up. Again, they're working through the process of rapid and first disputes and second disputes. So here we have a lot of collections and Discover and everything else. So what do we have? Collection agency a little bit. You have no open credit. I can still pop you a card to build you up and away. So the goal is very simple. Your rapid is good till 2/17/2025. And it looks like you didn't go down anywhere. You're kind of flatlined across the board. Probably get you a starter card if you're entitled to one. It doesn't say you have one coming to you. To reach out to your specialist on Monday, please. That is 4169. Here's 5727. You see what's happening? Rapid was pushing it up and away. Now it's dropping. The balance of debt. So let's understand today, very important, as we do this, blow it up a little bit so that's in the red. Here we have this basically GS Bank, 38%. We're moving that to 29. It's not going to be hard. These authorized users aren't helping you. Please remove them. The rest of this, balance the debt across the board. A lot of people think authorized users is going to help when you have 3 or 4 accounts. They don't. They help when you have nothing. But again, I'd rather do it my way anyway. Here we have these collection stuff. Okay, 2, 4, 6 collections go around. They all hit you on 5, 8, 11, 5. Any problem, American Express or Chase? Need to know that. That's why your Rapids basically crashed and it's going down. We want to get it to go in the other direction, please. And that would be the ultimate goal. Here's 5702. 5702. All right, Mahisha is your specialist. You did an inquiry. Well, a month later after you signed up. Why? Hope you didn't crash your Rapid rescore and you didn't get any credit anyway. If this is your basic credit first, put a balance of 25% on it. These here are, some little ones and big ones. Again, going around it currently to rebuild you. Any problem, American Express or Chase ever, we need to know that. From there, you have green lights ready to go. So we could build this person's credit right away if we own credit. Now we just keep rebuilding it. And that's what they need to do. Not hard. That's 5702. 5702. Here's 5684. So you're in the 706, 720. Rebuilt, 500 card. Mahisha is your specialist. But we're playing the up and down show. Up and down, up and down. That's why I like Credit Karma. They have a good graph to that. So here we have these cards, big cards, maxed out a little bit. Balance the debt. You could take from the bottom here and balance the rest of the debt. And I can push it to 800. What would that do for you? Corporation would build you $1 million of credit. Again, no inquiries. Keep it that way, please. So it's going to be up to you. Communicate with us on Monday after 10 o'clock, the meeting. Call setting the tone. Here's 5722. 5722. You're $1 million in the making. Christopher's your specialist. And you get $25,000 of bonus credit. Well, here we have collection for Chase. Well, we know we're not going after Chase now. Capital One, we can increase those limits or get additional cards. Macy's and from Tana, all right. Here we have basically another card, zero balance. I would say to balance this score. If you balance this and go around this, this is why your score dropped, because it just hit you. So again, 25,000 of credit. Then a week or two, we're going to build this up more and get some corporate credit instead. See, this dropped 124 points, 51 points, crashed and burned. We got to build it back up. Got you to 720, not bad. Get you up and away. Again, any problem here, Express or Chase, please let us know. Again, we always want to know, and I always want to know what your game plan is. 5723. 5723, you get a bonus card. It's credit rebuild. Christopher's your specialist, and you're just signed up here. So what do we have? I would tell you to increase these limits or pay them down. Chase is great. Here's a business that's the basically gold. All right, Spark card anyway, 81%. So it's jacked up a little bit across the board. You're going to have to fight a little bit to balance these debts. I'd get that supply turned into cash by 50 grand. If you're a Navy, let us know. If you have a Navy account, all right, they just service all military. American Express, no. And Chase, yes. Okay, we're going to confirm that because we can probably get you American Express card pretty quick. But then Chase is the only one showing up right now. So again, that is 5723. Here's 5721. Here we have Priscilla's your specialist, 10,000 of credit. All right, no problem. You have no inquiries. Leave it that way here. And then from here, we have an inquiry, K, Y, 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 and then figure out how we go around it as well. This is a collection account. So we have new accounts and new collection accounts across the board. Got to tear it apart a little bit. All right, here we have bank. All right, we have Navy, and we have a retail card. I would say bring these down. Navy will actually give you another card even if you're jacked up in most cases. We can line you up for this. And that way you get what you need to balance your score so you can build a corporate more. That'd be the ultimate goal. That is 5721. 5721. Here's 5717. We have a bankruptcy dismissed on basically 2016. Here's the problem. Bankruptcy is a federal transaction. It's a court building, federal court. If you would have sealed your record, that company called Statewide couldn't put it on the credit bureaus. Bankruptcies and courts do not deal with private corporations doing credit. Jake is your specialist. Okay, go around this. This one here is Barclays. You're 103%. Increase the limit or pay it down. American Express for Chase. This is a person that can go around the bankruptcy here. I could probably get him 100,000 credit, less than 45 days if they did what they're told to do. But it's up to the person as well. So we look at that as 5717. 5717. Here's 5358. It was going up and dropped. It just crashed. Literally crashed to burn. All right, Priscilla's your specialist or rebuilt. What do we look at today? Look at all this collection. I mean, who didn't you, this is crazy. Who didn't you take advantage of? That's a lot of things you took from the creditors. Capital One, $11,000. Well, sorry, we got to go around and see if they'll charge off. A collection account or a late payment, if it's challenged, they just close your account. So these silly people, you can dispute it. No, you'd hurt yourself more. So here, if you balance this, it's not too bad. Bring this one down 29%, and let's pop you a card or two. That would be the ultimate goal. And don't be late on your car payment or anything you have today from now on, please. That kills your score. Look at this. You lost 56 points, okay, because of what you did. And understand, we all go through bad times. Let's find a better solution. And that would be the ultimate goal. Here's 5730. You're rebuilt. Doesn't even say who you're assigned to. Okay, no problem. We'll figure that out. Got to be a typo. Here we have an inquiry. And you got a lot of inquiries here. Literally, all right, in the 11th month, 12th month as well. That's the older one. Okay, these are collections across the board. So an inquiry within collections. Some of these can be basically pushed off and negotiated or written off this year. Again, let's go around it. You have no revolving credit. So let me pop you a first card, build you up. Remember, it takes 3 cards to build your cards to get a bigger card. That's the history of how it works. I got a person a card for $300, they have no credit. Well, that's not fair, right? I want more. Do what you're asked to do. Let me build another one and then another one. And that's what we had to do. So basically, this is 5744. 5744. 10,000 line of credit doesn't say many to the making, but Mahisha is your specialist. The scores haven't went up. You have GM, 3 late payments, so understand we wouldn't dispute it because it's a lie. If it's a car or house, we don't want to do that because, well, we can. You can't take it away usually. But if it's house and car or something else like a car and they can take it away, I'm going to be careful on that. Okay, let's dissect it some more. Let's just not be in a hurry. Collection accounts are little ones or dinky ones. All right, negotiate or pay them off down the road. So you have basically CCB, okay, 250 with 0 balance, no credit at all. So let me build you up and away and get you to 700 score. Then I can position that 10,000 credit you want from us. Again, you have to follow through. That's the goal. That was 5744. Here's 5749. What is our goal? Well, you were late on Capital One, please. Late payments kill your score. So here we have Discover, and we have basically Capital One. Okay. Discover allow you to increase the limit on the dashboard based on history. From there, Capital One on the line, go into the line, you're going to make a payment. Don't make a payment, click it. It opens another page. On the right-hand side, it says, I want. Click that. Next page, second to the bottom, says increase. Ask them to increase your limit every 46 days. You have 2 choices, pay it down or increase it. It's up to you. Here we have 3, 4 collection accounts. Go around and see what they do. If they don't charge them off, you might have to negotiate a debt or two, but that's actually what? We're at the end of the year. That's a good thing. Here's 5747. 5747. So here we have a rebuilt. Alex, your specialist, 400 score. Worst score we had during the pandemic was a 240. We have 2 collection accounts. We have no credit. All right, so I can probably pop you a card. I'm going to build you 3 cards, little ones, and build you up and away. I need you to follow through. That's the ultimate goal. Any problem, American Express or Chase, again, says you have no rapid rescore, you have no green lights. Again, you signed up, you probably are in rapid rescore, and the system's wrong, so we'll correct that as well. There is cementing it, because you haven't went up, and away a lot. You will when we're done. So 5747. There's the goal. Let's get you where you need to go. Call you specialist on Monday. Let me see if I can pop you a card. 5750. 5750. It's a rebuilt, rapid score in place. 500 bonus card. Jake's your specialist. No Equifax. That means Equifax, somewhere there's an address that's wrong because they're not connecting the dots. We'll have to figure that out. Here we have Capital One and, all right, Chase. Sorry to say, but that's what you did. Again, it's a long, pretty big bill. It's $20,000 plus. Okay. Well, these are balanced here. We can push up again. American Express or Chase, any problem at all? Need to know that right away. And any green lights? No. So here we're going to look at the thing. It's flatlined here, and it's going up and down here. This person needs a rapid and fix the address problem and balance their score to push them to 700 score. That can happen in about 45 days for this person if they do what they're asked to do. That's 5750, the ultimate goal. Once again, I don't like people who's backed up and they can't get past go. So look at supply turning into cash and balance your debt some more. There's always a solution. Again, what do we look at? 51,000 up to that. Maybe balance the debt as well. From there, if you want to upgrade your package today, it's a $499 to build you up to 5,000 of credit. Corporation have one, tax ID, and level 1 in setup. 5,000 credit back to you. The ultimate goal. Don't ever forget. We want you to understand we're going to build cash credit, Experian business, TransUnion business, All right, from there, Equifax business reports. You become a great CFO. But anytime you sign building, car, apartment, complex, storage unit, I'm sorry, you pierced your own veil. The goal is to repackage every one of you. I call it like Humpty Dumpty. Keep in mind we have a problem. We have 10 working days left for corps and divisions. All right, if you don't do them now, come January, you have to wait the following year as they get them done in January. You're kind of hurting yourself. I don't control time, neither do you. So the Ray Reynolds University, what I attained, my 22,000 square foot building. From there, you don't have a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, sold at the Bonaventure for 5,000. Call the office today. I normally do it for basically them. They're going to do it for $9.99. I give you the 12 books and CDs for $4.99. Full blueprint. Real estate and financial series is $19.99. Through me, it's $9.99. All you have to do is call the office right away. Keep in mind level 1, 2, and specialty. All right, that's what we have all the time on Saturdays. It's $3,600 for literally 90 days. If you would do it today, if you want the first quarter of next year, it's $19.99. That's the discount you get today. Keep in mind specialty classes. Every one of you today, all right, because you're here today, okay, I want you tomorrow to go to the nonprofit class at 9 o'clock in the morning for free. That's right, free. It's normally $500. I want to show you how to get your exemption and what nonprofit and profit can do in conjunction. So again, what I think about doing is that grant money up to $10 billion starting January. So you might want to call the office to have them send you a link to go to the nonprofit class tomorrow. It's the last one I'm doing for the year. That's why I'm trying to give it to you. Ultimate goal, because normally that $14.99, all right, and then basically $9.99 we discount. Today would have been $4.99 to you. I'm waiving that to if you call the office to basically get the link. That'll be up to you as well. From there, the goal is the 501c3 exemption. If you want a nonprofit, articles also has tax ID, 3 divisions with it, nonprofit workshop. Usually it's $24.99. It was discounted to $19.99 today. Ultimate goal is a Zelle payment. Keep in mind, 2025, I'm going to be spending more of my time on TV and radio. I'm nationwide anyway, on both of those most of the time. So what happens is I'm not going to be coaching as much next year. I do have my junior and senior coaches ready to go. So understand that corporations are what again? What do we get to do? Banks and grocers and cities, bankrupt locations, write off on their taxes, and you bring the pain home when you could have had 3 divisions of you, the ultimate way. But again, I want you to understand that starting today. Divisions are simple. I set up in my dashboard for you. Multiply the credit. If you get 1 card, you can daisy chain it per division. So today, take a picture of this. This is with or without credit. It's only good today. And those are the things you can get right away with credit and divisions or without credit. Pick one, either one. It's up to you. So again, what you do today, if you did it today, not next week, I'm going to double the numbers for you. Okay? So instead of getting 3, you're getting 6. Instead of 9, you're getting 18. Instead of 12, you're getting 24. That is a Zelle payment today. So again, you get to call the office at 800-254-9506. To use a card, they will charge you 5% more. I don't think you have your time. I think you basically, your time controls you. I would suggest get up every morning an hour earlier, find your me time. I'm going to always look at boring and steady. Again, take a picture of these things because those are the ones I wrote books on and I've done all my life, up to billions of dollars. So today, drive around your city, have somebody drive you and look around and say, hey, why don't I own that McDonald's, that Jack in the Box, that Wendy's, that gas station, that storage unit? Somebody owns it. Why not you? That's the ultimate goal. You got to put that in your mindset ready to go. If you need a phone call with me, I do 15-minute calls called Q&A. A blueprint call is an hour with partner of life. From there, I do coaching on a weekly basis, up to 6 calls a day. Blueprint is where I blueprint your past, present, and future, family, corp divisions, irrevocable trust, auto income. With you and your partner of life, I'm going to charge $9.99 for that 1-hour call. With both of you, create a blueprint, what your next step would be. From here, understand coaching. All right, you're stuck with me right now. If you're not in my coaching program right now, you're probably going to be with my junior and senior coach anyway. I've been telling people that are in coaching expiring, and the reality is come Monday, if they haven't got locked in, they're not with me anymore, right? Unless they're currently in the coaching program. So again, you'll have junior and senior coaches. What I always did is what I'd like you to do. For every basically $40,000, I got a car wash, laundromat, or basically dry cleaners. Every 100,000 off of a card or something, probably storage unit. Every 250, apartment complex. I'm looking for boring business ran by third party. Next, I want you to understand, become an investor. Let's be the bank, let's not run it. You don't see owners running these businesses, they're investors, and that's what the ultimate goal should be, always. Now, this is what I give to my coaching people. I line them up for them. I have a private class at 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday and 4:30 in the afternoon. They tend to have $3 to $10 million of credit. I line them up. We partner up together too. So again, if you want 6 weeks of coaching currently with me, all right, today would be your cutoff to do it right away. We're going to do the blueprint call, 25,000 of credit, expedited rapid. We're going to basically put to level 1, 2, and 3, special classes as well. It's usually billed at $11,596. It is discounted today for $49.99. From there, it's a Zelle payment. Once again, call the office right away, 800-254-9506. Now, here's the thing, you got to change your mindset. IRS website says small business is 5 million below. So if you want 3, 6, or 12 months, it's very simple. This is where we fight to get the keys of something. Your goal should understand next year should be $5 million of credit. Next, from there, I want to help you fight to get the keys. I might even help you do that and do the escrow with you for you. Again, there's the goal 10,000, 100,000 of credit. So our goal doesn't change. Weekly analyzations, calls, classes, and rapid rescore. Our goal is to keep pushing you up, daisy chain credit, and get as much as we can to finance the American dream. If you wanted 90 days of me, it's $8,000, and I'm going to give you a bonus credit of $100,000. From there, if you want basically 6 months, it is $15,000, and I'm going to basically give you $150,000. If you want a year, okay, it's $30,000, and I'm going to get you basically $300,000 of credit on top of that if you did it today. So if you're in coaching, understand this, very simple. Today is your cutoff. If you're not extending coaching, you're probably not going to be in my coaching. You'll be with one of my other coaches. All right, we're working very hard on the new TV show coming up. So here's the price for 3, 6, 12 months if you extend current coaching while you're in coaching. If not, then you basically go to normal pricing and you get one of the junior and senior coaches. Now, if all you wanted me to do is help you, rebuild you, okay, rapid rescore. What do? Push the score up and away. Everyone gets 750. They do what they're told to do. And then bottom line is they're above 750. It's 499. From there today, if all you want is that, let's go to class Friday and Saturday, rapid rescore, and your goal should be 750. I'm going to charge you $999 for that. Give you a bonus card of $1,000. During the broadcast, I'm discounting $499. The ultimate goal is simple, and you have a bonus card of $500. By the way, today is the last day. We will be discounting this again. Come Monday, all pricing changes. All right, so again, 750 score, maintaining that. You don't have a corp, I'll hand you one for free. If not, I'll build the one you have today. Rebuild you, set up in level 1. All right, class with me live. $5,000 line of credit back to you. Cost you $999. $24.99 for $25,000 of credit. The goal is to give you 5 to 10 times your money back. Analyzation, add history, pop credit as soon as possible. That's the ultimate goal, and that's a Zelle. Today, I'd say call the office right away. If you want to give us referrals, we'll build more credit. If you want to use that referrals or bonus stuff, we can basically do what? We can sell you 10% today. Use it for store credit or get 10%. You can make money right away. So keep this in mind. There's my personal email address too. In case you want to give a referral list, you can do that as well. The ultimate goal is to build you step by step. I'm always going to respond to everybody I can because I want them getting the American dream. All right, someone says Donald, and he says he's 5695. If I didn't call it your name today, call the office right away and find out when your analyzation will be. Okay, if I did it, then you got it. If not, let us know. What is the goal? Well, we got to understand something. You didn't give yourself 3 chances to try. And the banks and grocery stores and cities do all the time. So we can help repackage you. Look behind the curtain, stop bringing the pain home, become a certified CFO. All right, and the ultimate goal is going to be up to you to follow through. So I'm going to do this very simple. I'm a pastor licensed in California. Bottom line is I'm going to do my best. I'm a sinner. I got to ask God to forgive me all the time. But I'm going to do my best while Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. I would suggest every one of you now, call that office at 800-254-9506. Now remember, tomorrow I'm going to do classes from 6 o'clock in the morning all through the day. My goal is to hold your hand every step of the way. I've done this for 49 years, live, in person, and online. So if you want to change your life, I'm going to do it with you and for you too. We got to do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.